Hi, everybody! Welcome to Stupid for Dexter!
Live right after the show.
I am Kat Steele, and this is the lovely Miss Mandy Schneider.
Hello, and welcome to our kill room.
Dun, dun, dun.
Over there, we got producer Mike.
Hi.
And producer Elaine over there.
Elaine's over there, man, in the chat room. We do this live right after Dexter now. Yeah. This is crazy Sunday night. So if you join us in the chat room, if you're not watching us live right now, watch us live next week. But Elaine is manning the chat room as well and sending us questions, and this will be all sorts of fun. And let's get into this episode. Overall theme, overall feels.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit, which, side note, Elaine brilliantly discovered that Walter, we'll get into all this, is from Deliverance. Squeal Like a Pig, Deliverance.
Right.
Which...
Ronnie Cox.
How fitting. Which is connected to Burt Reynolds, which is connected to Smokey and the Bandit.
A boom.
A boom. Boom. 6 degrees, 3 degrees, whatever you want to say. Anyway.
The Burt Reynolds connection.
How did you feel about this episode?
I enjoyed it. I feel like we're setting a lot of stuff up again, but I felt like the main theme, or some of the main themes for this episode, we had the meaning of life and discussing legacy, purpose, a life fulfilled. What does that mean? Also, we talked about, we chatted a little, Smokey and the Bandit, kind of the idea of apprenticeship or mentorship, or the idea of having an idol, or, you know, 2 peas in a pod, and how that works, because there's a lot of apprenticeship and mentor relationships going on.
That's true.
And, oh, Walter. Oh, Walter. What did you think, though?
I thought, you know, I kind of wrote this scribble as I was watching.
Certainly.
And on one half, I have Cape Fear.
Okay.
And that was mainly for the music of whenever Travis and Professor Gellar were on. It was like, dun, 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 dun. And then the other half, I have porn.
Yeah.
Porn and Cape Fear.
Porn and Cape Fear, because there was a lot of, oh, look at my slides. There was like a lot of stuff going. I know. I just jerked.
That was so sexy.
Air jerked off. Yeah. And touched.
And you said it too.
I did.
After you did it.
I did.
All right.
Sorry.
No,
that's all right.
It goes along with the theme tonight, right?
It really does. You're just going with it.
But anyway, I was a little disturbed about all the, like, Dexter looking at his stuff and, and then Walter looking at his stuff and the
similarities.
Teen ass nipple parade spanked.
Nipple parade!
Nipple parade!
Oh my God! Yes, we should. I'm just saying, if we
should
ever
have a nipple parade.
If we ever need a new segment, we should call it Nipple Parade.
Okay.
All right.
New segment, new show.
New show.
Hey!
Nipple parade. That'll bring the money in.
Ayo.
That's a pay-per-view I think people would pay for.
I think
probably.
So.
Yeah.
Nipple parade.
So.
Nipple parade. Okay.
But anyway, getting more onto this episode, I think we should dive right into that first segment.
Yes.
Let's do it, Mama.
Let's talk about some
killer moments.
Ooh.
All right.
So this week we're doing something a little crazy here. Kat and I did not tell each other our killer moments because we thought that would be fun, and let's see if we.
I was scared.
You were scared.
I was talked into it, and I think it's a good idea.
We're just going to try it.
So killer moments, for those of you who are new, are the important moments we feel that exist in this episode. Killer moments. Exactly. Mandy, you go first with your killer moment, and let's see if Kat agrees.
All right.
And the chat room, of course, let's see what they think.
Oh, this is so
the chat room's also going to sass back to you. So this is
okay.
All right.
So now,
what's your first killer moment, and do people agree with it?
My first killer moment is when Walter goggled Dexter and was in the car and had the gun up to his head. I thought that was freaking awesome.
I also enjoyed that very much, and that was definitely a highlight for me as well.
That was a killer moment for you as well?
Absolutely. I mean, we could feel it coming. We could feel it brewing, but when it happened and he goggled him, I really like Walter.
Yeah.
How do you not? I know he's awful.
Yeah.
But come on.
Yeah. And I think there was this little part of me that was like, is the Tooth Fairy going to get Dexter? No. I mean, not kill him, but
Sure.
is there going to be some sort of match here? And the reason I thought, a huge reason why I thought it was a killer moment is because, and there's actually another killer moment I had that also told me this, is that it seemed like it made Dexter question, oh my gosh, when I am old, am I going to be like this? Is my whole life going to be about, oh, I have been a killer, and yes, he has this son, Harrison, but is he going to wind up like the Tooth Fairy, like kind of pathetic and
Absolutely.
cursing and not very good at golf?
Not very.
Well, I like the not being good at golf in Dexter. That's very sweet.
That's why I
People
thought-
agreed with your killer moment. Dark Pastor 1979 agrees.
Thank goodness.
So you're good.
Okay. What about you, Kat?
I
Second
said
killer moment
second
is
killer moments. All right. Creepy assistant takes evidence hand.
Okay.
I know it wasn't a big moment, and it was just kind of a, oh, excuse me. But even though it wasn't a big deal in this episode, it may be a very, 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 very big deal down the line. So for me, it was kind of like, oh, snap. Like, is she up to no good? Is she just, is she a little nymphette? Or, like, is there some bizarre background that we should know about? I mean, because what if she's, oh, I'm the ice truck killer's daughter. Oh, surprise.
Oh.
And, I mean, because she's a little shady. And is that sexy thing an act? And she's just, like, doing a Dexter
interesting.
where
Is she using Masuki?
I thought she was
Yes.
just a crazy fangirl of serial killers, much like other women
might be
I
lying.
know who may be
She
part of this show.
might be lying.
Diostro agrees with you.
Thank you.
So there you go. Kakashi Prince also agrees with you.
Oh, thank you.
I did not have it as a killer moment. I had it as a sub moment, if you will. A sub killer
Indeed.
moment.
So it's a, oh wait, it's
It's just a stab.
so it's a manslaughter moment.
You
Yes.
know, how I write, which is chicken scratch, but I write usually 3 killer moments, and then under there I just had a couple notes. Blonde takes ice truck hand.
Minperry Crunch says probably what makes the most sense. She's hot. She's got to be crazy.
Yes,
Makes
Touche,
sense.
sir.
it does make sense.
Touche. And what have we learned from Hot Chicks on Dexter? They cray-cray.
what?
They cray-cray.
In
they're
life.
crazy.
I don't know.
Oh, they're
in life,
In
too?
life.
All right,
Hot
that's
chicks in
fine.
life.
All right, well, that's...
But that makes them exciting. in
Exactly.
Yeah.
Done.
they just,
Okay.
You know.
Anyway,
So all right.
okay.
So Mandy had that as a not so killer moment. So we got 2 killer moments so far. It's the goggling. And it's the hand, according to Kat. A lot of people in the chat room agree that he's stealing the evidence.
Just concerned.
What
I'm
is your
just
next one,
concerned.
Mandy? Killer
my
moment.
next one is killing Walter. I thought that
Sure.
was
Oh, yeah.
that was a cool moment. I thought
was.
it was once again. I feel I'm kind of repetitious here, but I just feel like he really got to Dexter.
Yes.
He made Dexter think in one episode. I mean, what a great actor.
He's awesome.
He made Dexter think, oh wow, maybe no, I'm not like this. I'm not like this. And I just thought that more on that. Not to repeat myself, but
No, that was also, I completely agree, because he had that moment when he was about to stab me, he goes, oh my God. The moment of looking into the mirror, that moment of that foresight, because, he always has talked about in the series, well, what about if I ever get caught? What if this ever happens? But you don't think about, I guess if you do what he does, you don't think about what you do when you're 75, 72.
Well,
he
don't.
suffocated him because he
Yeah.
didn't want his son to know he was the
Exactly.
Tooth Fairy.
Right.
And now he's questioning his
Because
very
he has
own.
Harrison,
Yes.
who he no longer tells the monster stories to.
I feel like it's almost a read choose your own adventure book, where if you have enough information, you're going to choose, oh, wait, you're going to, was it a
But
Robert Frost poem,
Don't serial killers? They want to be known, right? In the end, they
Yes.
want their patterns figured
That's
out.
true.
They want to be known.
Yes.
They want that's
Notoriety.
the notoriety. And so poor guy, killed people and took their teeth, and then he gets nothing. He's gonna be that old guy who got wheeled out with a heart attack.
You know
is
why,
true.
though?
It's
Because
sad. I was kind of depressed.
You know why, though? Because he's a jerk. And the ones who get the notoriety are the ones who you don't expect, like Ted Bundy and Dahmer. Like, they were the nice boys next door. That's much more shocking than yes, it's shocking to have the asshole elderly golfer guy, but you're kind of like, oh, he was a jackass.
Can I say he was my favorite character that I can since Lithgow?
Wow.
I loved Walter, and I'm very upset that he's only in one episode. I thought he was
I'm
awesome.
so sorry, producer Mike.
I thought he was great and crotchety,
Walter.
and he reminded me of somebody. Oh,
He
me.
reminds me of. I
liked him.
Somebody
I thought he was hilarious
in the room.
He was very entertaining.
Yeah,
Yes, he was.
He was great. He just
I did enjoy
life
him.
sucks.
So between us, we're gonna obviously have more than 3 killer moments. So what's your next?
I had let's see. The next one I had was LaGuerta and Quinn team up. Wonder Twins power activate.
Okay.
My concern is, like, again, for the sneaky evidence thing, that's, I mean, Deb's promotion was a total change in the political structure of the office, but now Quinn is kind of being this bitter bitch about it, which I understand. He really liked her. You know, it's fair, but now he's being a little sassy, and LaGuerta's already a pain in the ass, and now there's like, oh, it's Wonder Twins power, douchiness. It's like, oh, stop.
Now, I definitely, I totally think that's important because I think it's going to add tension with LaGuerta versus Deb, but I didn't think it was a killer moment.
Wah,
Wah, wah, which doesn't mean anything. It's just, I just thought it was like interesting, you know.
It'll be a
it made
new step to navigate.
It definitely is showing that now this season they are really pushing LaGuerta is a big old bitch.
I know, and now I'm finally agreeing, and it's been 6 episodes or 6 seasons in, and like, I really want to like her. She has beautiful skin.
She does.
She's radiant, for the love of God, and her hair is always perfect, and she's got a beautiful voice, and it makes me really sad. I want to like her, and I'm gonna calm down now. All right, I'm done. And Batista's adorable, and I want everyone to be happy. I'm done. Go ahead, Mandy. I'm gonna pout.
Okay.
I'm gonna pout.
So my final killer moment was when Dexter dropped the slides.
Oh God, chaos.
Oh, chaos.
Chaos.
I mean, in so many reasons, it was my huge killer moment because it was like all the identities, it's all screwed up. This season, he is in for a ride. He's gonna question his faith. He's gonna question his kills.
Yes.
He's gonna question all this splatter of the blood.
Ha-ha!
You know, all over the place,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
knowing. I mean, I loved that. I loved that moment.
Oh yeah, and just the look of horror, and you could see it's what is it called in psychology? When something happens to you that is so earth-shattering like that, it's called fragmenting. And so he looked like he was just like that fragmentation happening right there, like you said, life as he knows it, order, gone.
Well, it was just, I mean, that is a OCD. Because he brought up the order, you know, and now, you know, that's another thing of serial killers. That's why they have patterns.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's the psychology of it. And now it's just, I got to clean my hands. You know, it's that kind
Oh
of
my God.
OCD type thing. And he said order, right? I think he said the
yes,
word
he did.
order.
Oh, yes, he did.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
that should be interesting. It's going to throw his life into chaos next week is what you hope.
I hope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it
I'm
throws a little
ready.
wrench.
He looked
Are there
pretty
any
upset.
other killer moments? Because
Any
I've
other
noticed
killer
something that has not been talked about, but go ahead.
I have something in my sub moment.
All right, let's get one more.
Yeah, I have sub moments, but
Okay,
right,
so
those are
here's
my-
what's missing. Here's the big killer moment that's missing, which everybody in the chat room I think is agreeing.
What?
Colin Hanks' character.
Horse, right?
Colin
Horse.
Hanks' character. It's not. We haven't really had a killer moment from these guys, and we're 3 episodes in, right?
You know what? Here's the deal. This is what I was thinking, and I wrote this, and I know that I should have put. Oh, one of those killer moments is when that brown horse, you know, went over the escaped guy. You know, the guy escapes and the horse. Oh, what an image! But I could care less.
The horse was pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
I thought the church was very pretty.
Well, plus it was a weird. It was a weird edit, right? It was almost like. Wait, what was that? What was that weird? What was that weird? Oh man, what was that weird TV show? Twin Peaks. It was like a Twin Peaks moment of like the weird editing and wait, was that a symbolism or was that an actual? Is the horse in the other room?
I know.
Or was it a symbolism? And then you guys, we were watching, we were like, wait, we think we hear a horse,
He was
or was that
laying
just
in the
supposed to be
background.
symbolism? But obviously it wasn't.
It was real.
real, yeah.
Horses and,
But
yeah.
it was a strangely edited where he saw the horse or did the horse exist. That was it. Yeah.
You know, I know there's supposed to be important stuff.
Oh, that's good.
I'm showing my shoe right now.
Mintberry Crunch has had a
Mandy
Mintberry
has
Crunch
some
has had a
awesome
really
shoes on.
cool idea.
Mintberry Crunch. What's that?
It's a little Fight Clubby.
Ooh, that I like. Ooh.
Oh, now I lost it.
Me
Oh,
like
stupid
muy
chat room.
mucho.
I know, the same thing happened.
Uh-oh, hold on.
What was it?
Basically, he was saying that the professor is a figment of his imagination.
That wasn't Mintberry
He's schizophrenic. Oh, who's saying that? I'm sorry. The problem with this chat room is it's going so fast. Yeah, Mintberry Crunch. I think Colin Hanks is schizophrenic and almost is actually a character in his head.
Oh, I like that.
Hold it. Hold the phone.
Time
that
out.
person was in the Dexter forum.
Oh, is that
somebody else said that too? This is Mintberry Crunch. Mintberry Crunch said this.
Oh.
So maybe other people are thinking that as well.
They are thinking that.
He's had no interactions with any other characters, just like Harry.
Maybe that's his hair.
Says Prince Marth 23. Oh wait, no.
I'm losing my
I'm sorry.
mind.
Die 69 says that. Right. The chat room is very active and it's very hard to keep up right
now.
now.
Okay,
so that's
I'm loving
interesting.
that.
I read that this week in the
Yeah.
forum, and that's so funny because I thought that was a great. Thank you, Mintberry Crunch.
I can see dead people.
Wait, say that again. Get to your camera. Say it again. No, look, here we go.
Oh, again?
No, wrong camera.
Oh,
Not me. Not me.
Camera, go ahead,
Are we good? I can see dead people.
There you go. What? Oh, that's creepy.
That is creepy. Anyway, so those are our killer moments, and we got a little bit into predictions.
So killer
little
moments.
bit,
Let's
yeah.
go through it again, since there seemed to be a few back and forth. You guys remember what they were?
Yeah.
Review them. Really. The first one you guys mentioned was
Walter Goggles Dexter.
Walter Goggles
Goggling.
Dexter, and then the second was
Creepy assistant taking the hand.
right, which somebody else brought up, and I also felt the same way. As soon as that ice truck killer stuff came back, I'm thinking next season that's the end of him. This girl, I thought maybe, and you guys brought up a good point, so other people maybe she's related to the ice truck killer, but I'm
yeah,
like,
dude, come
she's
on.
gonna undo Dexter. She's actually trying to prove herself. Maybe too easy, maybe too much, but
maybe.
you know, to me it's like evidence is coming back into light. Why are we bringing this back out? It just seemed creepy to me.
Yeah.
Seemed like something significant. Okay, third one, or that was third, fourth,
Killing Walter.
Walter's
and then
death.
killing Walter.
Yeah.
And then we talked about the horse.
The slides falling.
And now
Crunchy slides,
since we're doing that, I guess we get into our next segment
Our
relating
next
to the horse.
segment,
That's right.
We just started it last week, and it's called Sunday Schooled.
Ah.
Oh.
I love it.
That
I
is
love that.
beautiful.
I love that.
Jim, good job, Jim.
Good job, Jim.
So for Sunday Schooled, we have a religious expert on, and do we have him with us?
Well,
David?
David Sanders. It's David Sanders, and basically last year we had a sociologist, Randy, and this year it's so religion-based, so we got Mr. David Sanders. Yeah.
Woo! Hey, David.
Oh,
Hey, how you doing, Kat? Hey, Mandy.
Hi. So let us know once again, just in case people are just tuning in for the first time, which you should go on YouTube and watch all of our episodes.
and iTunes.
And iTunes. But let us know a little bit about your background once again.
And they should watch it over and over and over again.
Yes.
Well,
Memorize.
obviously.
Yes, I'm a master's degree in education and Christian apologetics student. Also studied Orthodox theology classes with St. Tikhon Seminary. Also have a degree in history, and I specialize in church history. And one of the things that we talked about, what was Christian apologetics, is a defense of the Christian faith, not making an apology for, but a defense of, and going outside of, besides using Scripture, going outside of Scripture, showing historical references and things like that. And I thought this week I would mention something that is very important in apologetics, that ever since they started doing archaeological digs within the Holy Land, and even throughout the Near East, that all archaeological finds have seemed to have been coinciding what has been written in the Bible, and there really hasn't been anything that has contradicted the historical precedents within the Bible. So as a historical document, the Bible does have a lot of history in it that's been verified through archaeological discoveries.
So,
Amazing.
oh, so you're saying that someone who is, I might have totally misunderstood this, but you're saying someone who is writing for Dexter is really getting the actual historic findings of
Right. Well, what I'm saying is, one thing I've noticed is that they're trying to follow, well, I was just speaking about apologetics in general.
my
but-
bad.
Oh.
Right, and I gave it kind of an example of apologetics.
Okay.
But I did mention last week that the person who is writing it has been following a lot of Christian teachings there, and I thought it's very interesting. I said that he's been showing, whoever it is that's been contributing to this, has been showing the different people that Christians come up against, or people come against Christians,
Right.
hypocrites, fanatics, people that have actually are really turning their lives around. So it's really there.
All right. Well,
So what about?
I was gonna say, let's get to this week. Yeah.
I was going to ask about the horses.
Oh, yes.
What's with the horses?
Okay, of course, they only showed him at the end. Of course, where you had Nathan that almost gets trampled by it.
Right.
And I don't know if anybody caught his.
And
his
the toy
head on
horse
the
that
horses.
the toy horse that Harrison owns
Yeah,
that had ketchup on it that looked like blood.
Yes, but it's also, notice it's not a white horse. I believe it's supposed to symbolize the pale horse.
Oh, wait. Is that death? Wait. Is that
Very
the
good.
death?
Very good. Death. Supposed to represent death.
Wow.
A pestilence, it could be pestilence and death, but for the most part, most people believe it refers to death itself.
Ooh. So he's playing with a death horse?
Well, I mean, symbolism, remember, the writer is death, and what does Dexter go out and do? Maybe it's symbolism of his father, because remember, his father's going out, because these horsemen are supposed to be exacting justice out there. And what does Dexter believe he's doing? He's exacting justice for those who are getting away with murder.
Ha-ha! Oh.
Okay, and we just saw a glimpse of that parade with the horses.
Right?
It was not a nipple parade.
Not
it
a
was a horse
nipple
parade.
No.
No, it wasn't a nipple parade. If we've been cows, it's been an udder parade, right?
I mean, do you have any questions?
For that, I mean,
Well, we saw that. All right. So what? The horse parade at the end.
Yeah, we had a glimpse of it.
Right. Do you
Yeah.
see anything? Is that just the same thing we're talking about? Same thing we're waiting for that we've been talking about for like 2 weeks now?
Right.
The horsemen and all that.
Revelation.
Well, I think it's kind of important that we realize that not all Christians believe in this apocalyptic view that
Absolutely.
the Tim LaHaye Left Behind series type, and that's what this is modeled after. That's
Oh.
recently a new teaching within Christianity within the last 150 years. So, but you have a lot of evangelicals that believe in that, the pre-trib rapture, the millennium, and all these things. It's very much with American evangelical Christianity, but Roman Catholicism does not teach that officially, and neither does the Eastern Orthodox Church. And many of your mainline Protestant churches don't follow that either. So this is more of an evangelical thing, more of an American theme of American evangelical theme of the end times.
Okay.
Wow.
I
did have another question, but-
Question,
oh, yeah, chat room.
question from the chat room. DexFan19 wants to know, how many horses are there in Revelations? Is that like a major theme in Revelations, or mention? Is it just the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse? Is that pretty much it?
Well, there's 4 in chapter 6, and then later on in the scriptures, there's another one of the another horse in there. But I believe the first horse, which is, I heard Mandy mention earlier that talked about, it's named Conqueror. And that horse is usually associated with Christ because he is the conqueror. And then later on, you have, once again, on white horse, you have the symbol of Christ again. So obviously, this is very important in the sense of this symbolism of who Jesus Christ is as the conqueror on the white horse. And what do we think of whenever we look in these fairy tales? Prince Charming coming in on his white horse.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Could that have been taken from Revelation?
Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised.
And Kat, you saw you got another question before I bring up your picture.
Oh,
that you saw.
that is my question.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, David, so there was a point when Dexter was holding the box of teeth in the storage unit in this episode, and he had kind of like a halo behind him, and his hand was out, and obviously I don't know that much, but it looked very like they were striking a pose, and it looked very iconic, and I was wondering if that meant anything or if that was religious.
We have one of those iconic pictures. Put that one
You
up.
do? Okay.
This is what it reminded Kat of.
Yeah.
Because it had the halo behind him. I mean, did you notice that?
I didn't notice a halo.
I would have seen it as more of being maybe an aha moment or something where he's starting to think. But I think what we're seeing in the series itself is now he's really beginning to give some serious thought about these things, which he hasn't given thought to before. the symbol of the halo is always been represented throughout, not even just Christianity, but in other religions. It's not really one of these circular things, but it's actually an aura. Ooh. And you'll see that in Hindu illuminations also. You'll even see it in Muslim manuscripts when they show Muhammad's. They don't show his face, but they show a bright light and nothing else there. Oh. So is this that maybe Dexter's seen the light? Is it something that he's turning? Because you see things now that he's beginning to question, and you see in the scenes also big time of what's coming up.
Sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Questioning what's going to happen to him.
What's going to happen to his son? What's going to happen to?
Yeah. I have to admit, I was very confused about that dude being held captive. I mean, he escapes, and yet he's almost ready.
Well, yeah, what was that? I think they were trying to get him to repent his sins, right? Yeah. And then I was trying to figure it out, was that only when they really believed that he repented, then he was pure, it sounded like they were saying. I think they even said he needs to be pure, he's not ready.
I think so.
How does that relate?
Okay, pure obviously sounds like they said he's not going to go anywhere, so they're going to kill him. Okay, and so he's got to be pure, he's got to be ready. So remember, when the sacrifice in traditional Judaism was you brought an unblemished lamb to be sacrificed, right?
Oh.
Right? And in Christian theology, Jesus is the unblemished lamb that sacrifices himself. And even in other pagan religions, you sacrifice the virgin. Why? Because she's pure. So it's the whole idea of a pure sacrifice, because and that's the only sacrifice that's acceptable in Christian theology and Judaism. The only sacrifice acceptable to God is a pure sacrifice.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
That's why we have you here. And Kakashi Prince in the chat room wants to know the cut of the limbs. Is that a religious thing? How, I guess, when they're on the horse, the limbs are all cut up. Is that just for show, or is there some sort of religious relating to that?
I think it's for show, and I think that if you watch Scott Buck afterwards, he was talking about that.
Yep.
But in the scriptures, you don't see that. They're actually real writers and not people that have been cut up. And I think that Professor Gellar is trying to get a point across, and which he's being very successful at. As making something very
right. So I guess now, before we let you go, relating, I'm still looking for 3 episodes in some sort of pattern that relates to the Bible of first this has to happen, then this has to happen in order for this to happen. Have we seen that at all yet?
Well, but see, you're seeing what Gellar thinks has to happen.
Oh, true. Okay.
And because when you start talking to different traditions in Christianity about the end times, everybody's got a different view of what has to happen.
Great.
And so what we're focusing in on, however the writer wants Gellar to set up what has to happen.
Gotcha.
But if I can make one other point, something that you're seeing about Dexter, okay, and if you saw in the scenes that where his son is hurt, he said, please don't let him die. Okay?
Yes.
And you'll find that this is an interesting thing about a lot of people that claim to be atheists are really not atheists. It's just that they have questions about it. And so it's easy for them to say atheism. There are atheists out there, don't get me wrong, that actually believe that there's nothing out there. But a lot of people you'll find that say that they're atheists are really agnostics, that they have questions. And, there might be something out there, I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. And so is this where Dexter's at?
Mm-hmm. Right.
There's reasons I really don't believe.
Well, I think, I always say any religion that's extreme, whether it's Judaism or Christianity or whatever, there's always those extreme fringe elements, and you can say the same for atheists. Anybody who purely believes that they're 100% correct to me always seems dangerous, because they're not open to, I always say, devil's advocate. I'm gonna, right. Even though I might not believe it, I'm gonna ask questions about it. So, Yep.
Right. Well, I just thought the funniest thing was, I don't know if you remember last year when the atheists had a sign with the Magi on there, and New Jersey, I think it was, and says, it's really a myth. And I thought to myself, well, why would an atheist spend money on something that doesn't exist?
Yeah.
Why bother?
It's a lot of effort and money and blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, before we let you go, really quick,
sorry.
what did you think of the episode? I'd like to get your opinion as well as a fan.
Or predictions.
So what's your fan predictions and thoughts?
Well, like I said, my prediction is that he's really going to have trouble with this because, basically he believes he's doing good. And, for many of us, even Christians, she'll say, well, he's doing a good thing. He's getting rid of evil. I mean, he may be God's tool, And so are we moving towards this? And my question is, how is he going to deal with this dilemma about faith? Because now he's being confronted with things he hasn't been confronted with, such as Brother Samuel. I mean, that's confounded his thoughts big time.
Yeah.
He said last week, he says, well, the darkness has gone away. And Brother Samuel says, no, but I got to fight it all the time. And I was like, whoa, this guy's willing to fight that darkness.
I'm excited for that Sunday barbecue baptism party.
Yes. At Brother Sam's.
Should we go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, David.
Thank you so much, David.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Well, we'll get more on predictions. If any predictions pop up in the chat room, people, if you have any questions or predictions, please post them in the chat room. We love that stuff. But I think we should go right on to the next segment. And the next segment is World Wide Dexter.
Ooh.
Da-da-da.
The name has changed.
That's right.
This makes more sense.
Dexter.
WW Dexter.
Yeah.
So basically, all around the world, we're finding cool things related to Dexter that we can bring you. We'll kind of bring you one a week. And this week, we have some really cool, I guess, fan art.
Yes.
Mandy, tell us all about it.
We have some awesome fan art, some caricatures that Elaine found, and I guess there's tons and tons out there. So if you want to see a bunch of them, go to our Facebook page.
Yep.
And feel free to, if you have some art that you want to share, we'd love that. But anyway, we only picked a couple, so here's a few. Are we ready for the first one?
Yeah.
Boom.
Ooh,
Oh,
hello.
that's adorable.
That Tom Richmond made that, created
Lovely.
that, and yeah, I was saying earlier how it reminds me of the Mac computer, that thing you could do on the Mac computer about stretching your
Photo
face.
booth.
Photo booth.
Yes, and it looks like he's wearing his little apron that says cereal griller.
Aw.
Next one.
Next,
Next.
Ew.
No, he's all
what's that?
squishy too.
He's got a
Alex Gallego or Gallego. That is the artist of this one.
Ah,
Next.
definitely got the hair right.
Next.
What the-
Oh,
What
hey.
is going on?
You won't like me when I'm angry.
He looks like a smushy face kitty.
Anthony Jeffrey, I believe. Jeffrey.
That's
I'm going
great.
to say Jeffrey. Anthony Jeffrey is the artist of that
Next
one.
That's
one.
great.
Oh, I like that. That's cool. Halo with blood on it.
Costello made this one.
That's
Angel.
very cool.
He's got a big brain.
Those
There
are
you
all
go.
great.
Now, please, if you have some fan art, bring it to our attention. Facebook.com/StupidForDexter. Wait, we have a lower third for that. Let's see if you can find it. Quick. Because he's searching. Wait a minute. He's
Conjuring,
searching.
come on.
There goes Jim. He's still getting used to the TriCaster. Hey, there we go.
Yeah!
There, go to our Facebook page and submit some fan art for us so we can feature you on our show.
And talk about how awesome you are.
Yes.
So that's a cute little, fun little thing we like to do each week. We're just going to point out, like last week, we point out that cool new Facebook game. This week,
Slice
we're pointing
of
out
life.
some
Yes.
art. So we're just trying to find interesting, fun Dexter things to get you through the week until the next Dexter episode.
I like it.
Indeed.
I like it. I really want to talk about some predictions.
I think we should.
Let's do
I
it.
am very, very
Yeah.
excited. I didn't put this in my killer moments because it wasn't really a killer moment, but I love the scene with Chicago Mike Anderson,
Yes.
coming in, talking with Deb, talking down
Talking
to
a
Deb.
little snarky to
Yes.
Deb.
I love it. He's really handsome.
He is dashing, isn't he?
He is hot. But he's also, I think he's going to be kind of like the people have already said this, kind of like the replacement of Dokes.
Well, I hope so. I love Dokes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
Surprise, motherfucker. Sorry, I love him. Sorry.
So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I think he is going to make a lot of trouble for Dexter. I think
Absolutely.
there's going to be trouble. I don't know why. I just think.
I think that is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
My prediction is creepy assistant has evil secret intent, and she's going to start infiltrating other parts of.
But who's she going to sleep with first? She's going to sleep with a lot of guys.
She's
on
going
the
to
force,
sleep
let's
with
be honest.
everybody.
Yes.
Who's first?
Maybe the new cop. New
New Cop? Oh, that's no fun. No, she's got nothing on New Cop. She wants to get stuff.
Wait. New cop Mike Anderson?
She's not going to sleep with Mike Anderson.
No, Mike Anderson won't fall for that.
Well, he doesn't care.
Well.
Oh, I know him. I know him.
They are best friends now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, Diostro, I agree. She got what she wanted from Atsuka, but will she
but
want
what's next?
more?
She seems to, well, we don't know, though, because she could be playing up. I just like ice truck killer stuff. Maybe that's her thing, but maybe she's trying to get to Dexter by other means and just saying she likes ice truck killer. Like, I feel like...
McGuire, 22, agrees with you. Gotta start stalking Dexter.
I'm so suspicious of her, because she's like, oh, hey, what's going on? She's got crazy eyes. She totally does.
She has a hand in her purse.
She had a hand in her purse, too. That's creepy.
Yeah, I think you're onto something for sure.
I am so suspicious. I'm suspicious like I was of the nanny, even though I had no reason to be suspicious.
Well, I think you had right suspicions. I just think
you.
no one knew where that character was going.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
That's last year.
Anyway.
And, you know, all the other interns are gone. So obviously this is the important intern.
Mm-hmm. I'm just concerned that she's going to come out of nowhere where people are just going to be like, oh, forget about her. Like, oh, there's Horseman, and oh, there's Gellar and Travis, and Gellar might not even be real. La, la, la. Oh, shit, it's assistant, you know?
Well, I hope it doesn't happen like it happened with the nanny last season. We're just...
Nothing.
She made
yeah.
nothing.
I will be so
Nothing.
mad.
Nope, she served no purpose.
Yeah.
She just was a nanny. Sometimes a nanny's
well,
just a
I mean,
nanny.
she kind of put the religious thing in his head, but not
I
really,
guess.
because then it got put in his head again this season.
I
so.
guess.
Yeah.
Red herring.
Anywho.
I just, you know, my big crush is Brother Sam. I'm excited for more of Brother Sam.
Me too.
I honestly do think he has you know, turned into a decent person, and
I hope so.
I know he still has his, you know, devil inside him.
So,
but
I mean, I think I like the B storyline of Walter this week. So are they going to do more of that? Are they going to let this slowly go with the professor, you know, build that up, and then meanwhile give us some nice teasers of other killers that go on?
Sure.
And I think somebody said, I think it was Midbury Crunch at the beginning, said Dexter's already killed more people this season than he did in season 5.
oh, remember
right?
that it took him forever to get into that kill room.
I know! That was a pain.
And now you suddenly have an interesting character arc finally occurring after 6 seasons of Dexter, who has just lost order. He just dropped his slides. He has now lost order. And that's going to be a very interesting character development of Dexter that you're finally seeing. I mean, you know, they tried last year with he was second guessing his dad, and maybe he wasn't a monster, and blah, blah, blah. But I think this was a real interesting turning point, possibly in the 6th season here of his whole entire MO. Not only questioned from another serial killer that he envied,
at one
now
point
turned out to be a loser and an old guy, and Dexter doesn't want to be that, and the son. Now you added to that another little twist of his world is completely out of order right now.
Yeah.
I have to say, I really enjoyed the Dexter commentary and the looks on his face when realizing further and further what a loser this guy was, because he had such a romantic notion of him at some point. It was like, oh, my creepy, you know,
porn.
My creepy porn serial killer collection, and he pulled out the map and was like, oh, centerfold, and then when he got more, he's just like, oh,
yeah.
Like I'm sure.
I also think some stuff's going to go down. You know, last week I was saying how I thought, oh, now Quinn and Deb broke up. What's with Quinn? What's his storyline? But I really think I think some good stuff is going to happen with LaGuerta and Quinn against Deb.
I think it's just going to be a tangle, and you know, tangles are the toughest thing because they're not overt, but they're definitely throwing a wrench into the whole operation.
Yeah.
And Deb has enough on her plate. And given already the politics that, you know, how LaGuerta got the job, fucking over Batista, and now this problem with Quinn being a super bitch. It's like, well...
I'll be honest, I'm really interested in the whole Dexter storyline.
Yes,
that is fascinating
absolutely.
to me.
Yes.
The things I'm really hoping for is to dive more in, which it looks like we're going to.
Yeah.
Dive more into Travis, more into the whole Professor Gellar thing. And more into the, I just want to know more about that.
So let's leave it with a chat room here, because we're getting a lot of chat room stuff, and this is, I think we're going to put it on Facebook. Let's put a poll on Facebook, because we're getting a lot of, the intern is the ice truck killer's daughter.
That's my thought.
Sister.
That's my thought,
or
too.
not related. So we're going to put that up on Facebook. You guys vote, and then we're getting.
But then it's Dexter's sister too.
Right. Then we're getting, is the professor his imagination, or he's real? We'll put that up on. Let's put that up as a poll.
Yeah.
And then there was something else people were talking about. Now I forget what the other third one was. Do you remember, Elaine? The third one that everybody was kind of giving predictions of. Let's say that was it for now.
Is Brother Sam going to become even cuter?
Wow,
Yes.
somebody's got a crush.
He's so amazing. And most stuff is just
The bomb.
Yes. and he's just he lights up the screen. He's great.
He does. Well, I'm excited for these predictions. I'm excited to see what you all out there have
let's
to
put it
say.
up as a poll on the Facebook page.
Absolutely.
Let's put some polls and let's get some discussions going.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's that. I mean, thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Absolutely.
And just don't forget, you can obviously go to our Facebook page and like us and, you know, write on the poll and check us out on YouTube, iTunes, stupidfordexter.com.
Very important to share. This is all about social media. You know, obviously we don't have anything, and that's how YouTubers get millions of views. And we got a lot of people on YouTube going, how come you guys don't have more views? Share it. Put it up on your Facebook page. Share it. Send it in emails. Even if people don't watch Dexter, who cares? Make them click on it. How about that? And we also do take PayPal donations because our ceiling is falling. Look out, Cat. No, you're good. So we need some repairs.
Well, thank you so much, folks. We'll see you next week for another episode of Stupid for Dexter.
Next Sunday. See you there. Woo!